You are the Lord of heaven and the earth. Kabio Kosio. Kabio Kosio. Welcome to your favorite channel, Reflection Channel. And today we'll be reflecting on the book of Isaiah, chapter 53. It talks about suffering, sacrifice, and redemption. We start with descriptions. This is an Old Testament narrative which is prophetic in nature and tells us about the sufferings and sacrifice of a person known as the suffering servant. But in Christian theology, this verse is commonly understood as the prophecy concerning Jesus Christ, showing his rejection, suffering, and death in order to atone humankind's sins for everybody. It is said that many will be justified via this sacrifice, even if it was painful. The capture of it is that it is the will of God. How do I feel? I go to feeling. It is a strong feeling and moving accounts of suffering servants and his anguish and his rejection. It evokes a deep sense of appreciation for the given sacrifice, especially in the context of believers, for whom this is interpreted as a prophecy of Jesus Christ's crucifixion. A sense of humility is also evoked by the passage, with an emotion realizing the scope of what is said to be endured on behalf of others. There was a quotation that brings out the emotions and the feeling. He was wounded by our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of his peace was placed upon him, and his beating was seriously that it is for our healing. I go to evaluation. This text offers consolation as well as challenges. It is difficult on one hand because it exposes the reader to terrible reality of pain and the ideas of vicarious suffering, which is the result of one person's bearing the price for the sins of another. Thinking about the nature of sins, justice, and sacrifice may result from this. However, it is consoling because it offers the notions of redemptions and hope that it will bring. That despite this pain, there is a divine purpose, and that many people are provided healing and justification via this servant's death. The willing sacrifice made by the servant in the verse also convey a deep feeling of God's compassion and dedication to humanity. Let's see the analysis. The passage offers a rich theological insight into the natures of suffering, sacrifice, and redemption. This reflects the belief that Jesus' death was necessary for the reconciliations of humanity with God. The text also explores the idea of divine purpose in suffering, suggesting that the servant's suffering was part of God's plans and serve as a great starting for us. The paradox of the servant's suffering and the ultimate triumph, where his sacrifice leads to the justifications of many. This illustrates the depth of how God loves us. I go to conclusion. Suffering, 1. Sacrifice, 2. Redemption are the major concepts of this passage. It focuses believers to confront the seriousness of their sins and the essence of the sacrifice made in their place. Additionally, it gives consolation in the knowledge that God's plan is certain, and in the hope that the servant's death will bring to us. This chapter serves as a moving reminder of the central ideal for believer, that God's love and salvation is sure. For individuals who see it as a prophecy of Jesus Christ, what will I do? Or what will you do? It inspired me to explore the concepts of pain, atonement, and sacrifice in a more detail in a daily activities. Are we, because of that, going forward, include frequent times of prayer, meditation, and study to express many thanks and remember this sacrifice that was made by Christ. Along with this, I will try to live up to servant humility and selflessness by looking for opportunities to help people and carry their weights in a kind and caring manner. What will you do? The purpose of doing this: be a doer of the word and make your world a better place. Till I see you again, subscribe, like. Bye for now. Hallelujah.